For those of you who don't know me, my name is Denise Manonis. I am the Associate Vice President for External Affairs, and it is my pleasure to welcome you all to St. John's Riverside Hospital. I would like to acknowledge some special guests with us today. We are honored to welcome New York State Senate Majority Leader Andrea Stewart-Cousins, Yonkers Mayor Michael Spano, members of the Yonkers City Council. Tasha Diaz is with us. Lakeisha Collins Bellamy. And representing John Rubo is Braden Houston. Also with us today is Westchester County Legislator Shanae Williams, as well as Sherry Rosen Asher representing County Executive Ken Jenkins. Thank you so much. We're so glad you're with us today. I would like to just say a special thank you to the generous and dedicated Pravin Patel, owner of the Sunlight Pharmacy, which is located around the corner on this floor, who is both a donor to this emergency room renovation and a great friend to St. John. So thank you for being with us today. We have a few project partners with us today. Welcome to Sung Park from Perkins Eastman. I think he's right there. And Stephen Giametta and Harrison Winter from PTS Contracting. They're here too. And now I'd just really like to take a very quick moment to say thank you to our incredible external affairs team who pulls off these events with grace and expertise, as well as to our engineering, environmental, dietary, and security teams, without whom we could not pull this celebration together. So thank you. Now, before I bring Mr. Cordy to the podium, I would like to say that it has been he who has been pushing this emergency department vision for the last 15 years. He is the eternal optimist, and even when things didn't look promising, he never gave up. So I know he is very excited to be here to kick off these festivities. So please join me in welcoming Mr. Ron Cordy, President and CEO of St. John's Riverside Hospital.
Thank you, Denise. But before I start, these look like they're Met colors, and they're getting me nervous. So I just have to put them a little over here. Good afternoon and welcome, everyone. I want to thank you all for attending this momentous occasion, the wall breaking of our new and expanded emergency department. This has been an incredibly long journey. The vision was created more than 10 years ago, but today we make the vision a reality. This project is transformative in nature and gives us the opportunity to meet the needs of our patients and community by enhancing access, by creating a triage system so we could get patients to the appropriate level of care, and by connecting patients without primary care physicians to a primary care physician so they might not need to use the emergency room in the future. The scope of this project is quite large. The project will double the size of our existing emergency department. We will go from a bed capacity of 28 to 55, and the current emergency room entrance will only be for ambulances going forward, because the front door of this hospital is our emergency room, and we're moving it to the front of the building.
Yay.
The cost of this project is approximately $16.3 million, and the funding is coming from two sources: the New York State Department of Health, and from the federal government. It was a commitment made by former Congressman Jamal Bowman for $1 million, realizing how critical this investment was to our community. Our deepest gratitude goes to our political leaders who are always there for us. The New York State Senate Majority Leader Andrea Stewart-Cousins, the mayor of our great city, Mayor Mike Spano, and to New York State Assemblyman Nate Sayegh, who is always there for us as well. In my job, I've been so fortunate. I've been surrounded by a committed and dedicated Board of Trustees, and some of them are here today, and I would like to recognize them. Cecile, I think, is here, but I don't know where she is. She's the chairwoman of our parent board, Cecile Singer. Past chairman of our board, Lee Canali, Mark Herman, and our auxiliary president, Ann Catchmore. And the lady who leads the finance team here, Pam Barnes. Thank you all for your commitment to St. John's. But to get a project done like this, it takes a huge team. It takes a village, as they say, and I want to recognize some of them right now. First being, and I'm going to ask them to come up, our talented CFO, Dennis Keene. Where is Dennis? Dennis has served this hospital for 31 years, first as a board member and now as our chief financial officer. And I can't believe I'm saying these words. After 31 years, he is retiring at the end of August, and I think everybody should recognize his commitment to this city. And to the other members of my team, Dr. Michael DiGiorno, I don't know where Mike is. Dr. Paul Antonecchia, Herta Muller, Nancy Maglioka, Denise Mananas, Janine O'Donnell, Kay Scott. Kay does all the paperwork for these projects. I don't know how she does it, but she continues to do it. I don't know where Kay is, though. There she comes. Antonella McTavish, Laura Fanning, Denise Primerano, Mike Lucason, Eileen Campbell, Ryan Mitchell, Joe Privatera, Rich Ashikari, Nora Donaher, Tim Hodges.
Can we just photo up? Everybody should. Really fast. Tall in the front, shorter in the back. Come to the front. Come to the front. Yep. No, it's okay. Okay. Take the badges.
I present our village.
Thank you, everyone.
And now I'd like to recognize the Emergency Department Leadership Team, spearheaded by Dr. Mark Silberman, Dr. Raphael Malizia, and Dr. Paul Sasso. Thank you for staying the course and turning this vision into a reality.
Thank you, John.
I would also like to offer a special thank you to Mike Palmero, Rich Litsky, and the entire engineering department, as well as the City of Yonkers Building Department. Thank you. But I also think it's important today that we recognize the amazing work our emergency medical technicians, paramedics, and volunteer ambulance corps do to help keep us safe in our greatest time of need. And finally, to all the women and men who do the real-life hard work in our emergency department, thank you for your dedication, your commitment, and compassion, and for never giving up on the vision that we are achieving today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ron. And now please join me in welcoming the mayor of our beautiful city, Michael Spano.
Thanks, Denise. You know, only my mother used to call me Michael. It's good. It's actually really good to be here today and to, especially with my colleagues, the council president, and members of the city council, with Ron and your entire team. What a great day for us here in Yonkers. And I will tell you, when people speak about our city and they talk about the renaissance that's happening, and they talk about, yes, it takes a village, and it's true. In some ways, it takes a state. And I have to tell you, you have to recognize the leadership that we have with the Senate Majority Leader, Andrea Stewart-Cousins, because when we said we needed to build housing, New York State came in and helped us build the housing that we're seeing happen all across this city, 12,000 units of housing. Much of it is affordable. And why? Because we already have investments that were made by New York State here in Yonkers. When we wanted to move a new industry into Yonkers, and now we're talking about Hollywood on Hudson and all the film studios that are coming to Yonkers, well, it wouldn't have happened if we didn't have a leadership of the Senate Majority Leader to move those film tax credits in New York State's budget that allowed us that pathway for us to then go in there and move this industry into Yonkers. In terms of education, right? We needed a change in the school aid formula. Again, it took leadership at the state capitol, and we have that with Senator Andrea Stewart-Cousins, not just for Yonkers, but for all across the state. That type of vision has allowed urban centers like Yonkers to move forward and to move forward in great ways. And when you look at our city, in terms of economic development, in terms of fighting crime, in terms of building housing, in terms of bringing businesses here, and having a top-class medical facility like St. John's and our medical mile, it wouldn't have happened if we didn't have the leadership that we have from our Senate Majority Leader and, of course, Governor Hochul. And so, Senate Majority Leader Andrea Stewart-Cousins, thank you for your commitment to our state, and thank you for your commitment to Yonkers. This has really given us the ability to do some great things. And Yonkers is that city that people are looking to, and it's that city that's really going through quite a renaissance, but it's happening because we're all working together. We're showing that we can work at all different levels, in private and public partnerships, and we're making it work, but we can't do it without that piece. And so with that, I'm just going to say thank you to our Senate Majority Leader, and also thank you to Ron and to all of you for making this work for Yonkers. At the end of the day, our people in this city and in this region win because of all of you and all of us working together. God bless you, and thank you.
And now please welcome our esteemed New York State Senate Majority Leader, Andrea Stewart-Cousins, to the podium.
Well, congratulations, St. John's. Congratulations to Ron, the whole team, to community, and thank you, Mayor. I was thinking I have to bring you everywhere with me. This was good, but as you said, it's the partnership. It's the partnership of every level of government, but it's a commitment to doing the right things for the people. If you lose sight of the everyday person who depends on the environment, who depends on housing, depends on clean air, water, food, and health care. The freedom and the liberty, yes. People judge that by being able to show up in their hospital and get what they need. And St. John's, as long as I've been in Yonkers, has been that place where the vision is broad because it's always thinking about what to do for the people in community and how do they meet the need. And yes, this was a vision because I think the hospital, the emergency room is equipped for about 25,000 people, and they are about 45,000 that shows up. you don't get to that place without people having confidence in your institution. And the fact that people are having to sit there for hours, nobody wants. But the fact that they will means that they know when they get in those doors, the care is there. Just earlier today, I had a call from Simra Brandon, who, again, a former councilwoman and was kind of my guide to Yonkers. She's meeting me down here because her husband had to come to the emergency last night. And he's, hopefully will do well. But there was no place else that her family was willing to go. So St. John's has been an incredible partner, incredible healthcare provider, and certainly an important piece of this community. So it is really great on the state level that I can work with my colleagues, she said the governor, speaker, and my colleagues in our delegation, in our Yonkers delegation, Nader Sage and Gary Pretlow and Senator Shelley Mayer, to make sure that we are able to continue to help sustain a resource that frankly we cannot do without. And the fact that, again, we have partners on the city level, on the county level, and even, maybe on the federal level, to continue to deliver health care is going to make all the difference. So again, congratulations. And I'll say on a personal note, I've used the emergency room a lot. I had an asthmatic child early on, and we were here often. My mom had to be here often. And I met my daughter, who's on your staff, when she was born here. I'm sure it came through the emergency room. Where is Candace? Oh, and hi. There she is, yeah. I met her right here in St. John's, along with several grandchildren. So thank you. Keep it up, and thank you so much. Congratulations.
And finally, I'd like to invite our City Council President, Lakeisha Collins Bellamy, to say a few words.
Good afternoon, everyone. I think everyone who spoke before me spoke about how great of a partnership we have with St. John's here in Yonkers. I was born here, my dad was born here, my son was born here. But even more so than being the first choice for so many Yonkers residents when they're in dire situations and sometimes their life is on the line, that they make the choice of St. John's. Time and time again speaks volumes about the services that this institution provides. But not only is it about providing medical service, we see St. John's in the community. Just Friday, we were at Relay for Life, and St. John's had their staff members there. And it's just exemplary and speaks to the work ethic of the staff members here. And I've been hearing great things about the emergency room. I knew months ago was going to be in the front due to my good friend Eleanor Lennon, who speaks very highly of all the work and all the permits that she has to go get with the buildings department. So I hear about it firsthand, but I am so proud. And please put a big sign for those of us that are so customary to coming to the emergency room in the back that we are now getting off in the front. But to all of you, congratulations on a new facility and expanding all of the excellent work that you do on behalf of the residents of the city of Yonkers. Thank you.
All right. So we're going to do a couple of photographs, and then we're going to break the walls.